Good morning, guys. So, I guess it was like last night and yesterday we got a lot of rain, which was really nice because I think like this tomato plant here grew an inch. These black eye pole beans that I just planted look like they've grown an inch, and over here too. On the packet it said I was supposed to soak them, and I didn't. And this tomato, bush tomato, looked like it's grown. But this black strawberry tomato, it's got flowers on it now. There's a cluster here. I'm just going to shake just in case there's any pollen in there. And I think this might be a black strawberry tomato also. If not, it's one of those evil olives. Oh no, this is yellow pear. So I have a yellow pear here and a black strawberry here growing nicely. So today I'm just going to tidy up. We're supposed to get some more rain, so I'm going to do as much as I can. These are those plants, bush bean plants that I planted at school just right on around June the 3rd when the governor was coming. And look at that. These are outgrowing those right there that have been out here for at least a month or two now. I don't know what's up with that. They don't have beans on them, but you see, they're just as big as these that have been out for a month. These that I'm picking off of, and those that I'm picking off. So I'm going to go ahead and do my picking, and I'll come back with the next project, and then I'll show you what I get for my cropping today. And that's probably all I'm going to be able to do before the rain. I do realize that I'm picking some of these beans immaturely kind of small, and we decided to go ahead and do that for the next 2 weeks because I planted I think 36 or 72 more bush plants. I planted some bush llamas and some more bush green beans. So I kind of wanted to have these done before I bring them home. They're home in my office. I mean, they're at work in my office. I just planted them just a few days ago, and so I want to move these green stalks into a sunnier location, but I also want to get as much off of these before I replant. Actually, yes, that's what I'm going to do. All right, so I'm done with the beans. So we're going to be moving, I guess, in the next 2 weeks. We're going to move these two, this green stalk and this green stalk. We're going to move it out into out here where there's more room and probably more sun, because they're not getting that much sun there. They're not as productive as I want them to be. Like, for example, this one is doing really well, I imagine. Okay, so this green stalk right here is being very productive. We'll be getting these little cherry tomatoes off soon, and this purple rain tomato plant is pretty big. I thought it's gonna be like 4 feet, so it looks like it's about 2 feet. So we'll see what happens with this. I just want to see the tomatoes. They look pretty on the packet. And this right here needs to be cleaned out, and we will get to this when it stops raining. I think it's supposed to stop raining by Wednesday. But as you can see, we're going to have our hands full. And look, it looks like we have our first strawberry. I think it's called strawberry. Let's see. Tomato black strawberry. Isn't that pretty? It's going to be very pretty. So they're about to come on these two. But I think I have 6 of them planted around, however. I do have a few more cucumbers coming. There's one. There's another. And I see lots of female flowers, which is a good thing. But what's not so good about it, we have some in the house that we need to eat. We're not eating them fast enough. So I'm even going to be doing some pickling soon. There's another one. And there's another one down there. Or some canning soon. But I didn't want to get started with that until probably later this month. But yeah, so here on this one, this is another tomato strawberry, black strawberry. These have lots of tomatoes and vines on them also. So I had sent everything with a K a message. I live in the DMV area. If she's close, she can come over and do a plant swap. Maybe she can take some of these things and I can check out some of her merchandise. But I'm going to add her to this in my description box because she's very creative. So you guys can check out her stuff too. So I do have peppers, these beautiful peppers on here. I'm going to go ahead and take just one off because I have more flowers coming. Look at that. And I want them to keep growing. I was trying to wait and see. I couldn't remember what I planted here. Maybe this is the color. I was waiting to see if it would green up because it was never green, or I was waiting to see if it was going to change to a different color. But this might actually be the color because we know green is the unripened color of pepper. So maybe this is it. And on this cucumber bush plants over here, I have cucumbers coming up there. So yeah, I'm going to have to probably start pickling or making relish very soon. Watermelon plants looking nice. I have 2, 3 here, and cantaloupe looking nice here, and the 2, well, yeah, I put 2, 3, 4. I put 4 watermelon plants in here, so I may have to take one of those out without killing it. And then I have 2 watermelon plants in there with another type of cantaloupe. This one might be the evil olive. And of course, I don't have tag in there, but I believe this is the evil olive, and they're starting to flower also. My neighbor is on the other side of building a deck, so that's the noise you hear. The grapevine is doing nicely. It's steadily growing and climbing, and this is the one that's supposed to get wide and tall. That's why it has its own trellis here. And our sweet potatoes here that we planted back in April, they look good too. Well, I do see some dieback here. Let's see. It's just this one leaf. I'm gonna take it off. And this one. Let's see. And this one. Oh, no diseases down in there. I see that a root there that looks like it's trying to form into a sweet potato. You guys see that? Right there where my finger is. It's pink. I'm just going to cover it back over. So, maybe getting something pretty soon out of there. And that would be great because I put 2 sweet potatoes in this pot, slips in this pot, and 2 in this pot with our 1,000 head kale. So pretty soon I'm going to take the 1,000 head kale out of this pot. In this pot, well, that's only if they stop producing, because I think I planted 4 or 8 more just yesterday. And I'm going to put them somewhere else. I love these. And I think because it's warm, then they may grow a little bit faster, and they're a little bit more heat tolerant than other brassicas. I'm going to have to try to figure out how to save my grapes. Look at that. I got lots of them from the birds and squirrels. There are more here all over. So I'm really surprised about the productivity of this grapevine. I never expected this. And then I have one more over here. Doesn't have any grapes on it, but it's still growing nicely. And I wouldn't be disappointed if I didn't get any grapes this year. I'm just happy to learn, about how they grow and the growth habits. So I'll keep you posted. And our new peach is doing nicely. So maybe in the next 2 years we'll get some fruit on this one. And look at these apple trees. This Corlin apple is putting on lots of new growth. And look like the new gala is also. And then look at the king of the bean llamas. They have found their, some of them have found their little line here, and they're starting to grow nicely, outgrowing the pest that was eating them initially. Also seeing some nice progress on these beans here. I didn't think that I was going to get any, honestly. So because I crowded them into this little pot and I didn't put the trellis net up on this side yet, but I will plant more. And I'm gonna try to do that tomorrow or Monday when I get to work. So these were Wonder. What are they? Wonder. Hold on. Kentucky Pole Wonder. So I'll get some more of those going in another day or so. And here we have some more cucumbers, and I see that they are starting to grow as well. So like I said, I'll have to plan on making some pickles or some relish pretty soon. And I got more bush beans starting to flower here. So in the next week or so, we'll be picking off of this one as well. And also aroma tomatoes back here that I almost threw away because I thought they were dead, but I'm glad they didn't. Some of them have started to flower. So in a day or so, I'll come and prune these back again. It looked like most of them have started to flower, which is good because I actually can these and save them all year to cook with, and spaghetti, chili, things like that. And look at little pumpkin here. They're supposed to be like little miniature pumpkins. So I'm not sure when I'm supposed to take that off. So if you guys know, let me know. Potato here is flowering out. We planted all of these at the same time. However, this is the only one that has decided to flower. Aren't they pretty? Come around here so you can actually see. So all of these potatoes in this bed are the same. So when they die back, I'm going to go ahead and get them all up, unless they have, like this one, it has some kind of blight on it, probably from the soil, and this one, but I'm not going to take them out yet. So we do have more tomatoes, little tomatoes on our little climbing tomato plant here that I didn't think was going to make it, but I'm happy that it is. We have one more down here that I put just in case that may be getting shaded out. So if I don't see any progress with this one down here soon, I'll move it so it can have a better life. And I'll have these 3 broccolis here that were in that raised bed back there that was getting dug up by some kind of animal. I haven't had any problems with them, other than the cabbage moth, since I've moved them over here. They look pretty good. And then I picked from these peas yesterday. I might do some more. I'm gonna have to turn the camera off and do it so I won't tear the plant down. But I will show you the complete harvest when I'm done. So it looks like these things start off purple, and then as they ripen, they turn green and fill out. Because I haven't really picked any full purple ones, but they are pretty. I may do this again in the fall. So I'm just walking through more tomatoes here. More tomatoes here. And I have 2 coming up here. 1 coming up over there, and 2 peppers right down there. 2 babies. I have some squash and zucchini here, hopefully. They'll come up. I'm the only one. Well, Mr. Wright doesn't think he eat it, but he will. I'll sneak it in. And then We have some zucchini and some yellow squash here. So look at our Malabar spinach. I guess they are a form of true heat-loving spinach because the hotter it gets, the more they grow. Now, I've never eaten this. I don't know what it tastes like. I'll let you know. But it's 1, 2, 3. I have 4 plants. The rest of these are weeds. I may go around and pick them out today or tomorrow. So these are 3 of our newest bush tomatoes. And they were really, really small. Look how much they've grown. This must be a great spot for growing these also. So I don't have any more poblanos yet, but I really like those. But I see flowers and no jalapenos on this one yet, but I see flowers coming. But on this jalapeno, I see flowers coming and I see some dying. So I hope they were pollinated because I know I didn't hand pollinate them. Our beautiful kiwi vine is continuing to climb. It's very nice. It's pretty. I think it's going to be really pretty when it eventually goes over the thing. And look at those tomatoes over there, those cherokee tomatoes. I'm going over there and I want apple that I'm going to cover on this tree before it's too late. This is another green stalk. This is the one with all of the. This is the one that had all of the collard greens in it that I'm about to pick from. But I just want to say that I think that because collards tolerate shade a little bit more than beans do, I think we might be moving this green stalk over there and moving those 2 bush beans ones out because they have the smaller pockets out there into the field. So I want to show you guys something. You see this cluster of eggs right there? Those are the eggs from the white fly. I want to take it off so that I can show you better. So let's see. Ooh, they're on my hand. You see them? You do not want these things on your plant. I'm just going to take the whole thing off because they're all down in there and I'm not sure when they're going to hatch, but I'm going to be starting. I have already started more and I'm just going to replant. So the reason why I haven't been in my greenhouse here is because I took the door off to put up a this net because it was broken. So I went to replace the door. Then I realized there are a mama bird in here who's built the nest, and I hear the babies chirping. So I've decided to leave them alone, let her raise the babies for a little while, and then I'll put the door back on. But if they weren't building that deck over there, you could probably hear them. Let's see. Well, I don't know. Sometimes they're louder than others, but Mama is in there with them right now, flying around. Probably because I'm standing here, so I'm just gonna move. I guess tomorrow after it rains again, or when it's only 70 degrees, I'll come out and hill my corn again so that it can stand straight up. Because I planted more, that dwarf corn that I showed you yesterday. And so I want to be able to have this almost done, so they won't tassel up at the same time. Okay, so because I'm out here by myself, I can't show you the next part, but I am about to dig for more potatoes, and when I'm done, I'll put them on the table with the other stuff, and I'll show you what I get. So, the bush beans that I just got from school, not right now because it's just a little too warm. Well, maybe. I am going to plant them in this raised bed right here. So I think it's only like 9 or 12 plants. So this should be more than enough space. I think it's 4 square feet here. I wanted to show you guys my ginger is finally starting to come up. So there's a piece there, and here are 2 more pieces here. So we'll see what we get, but I'm happy about that. And my Celtis Chinese lettuce is growing nicely as well. So this raised bed that Mr. Right Now built a couple of days ago, I'm going to fill it up with dirt maybe tomorrow when it's only 70 degrees, if it's not raining all day. And these two tomato plants, I think they're evil. Let's see. Tomato black strawberry again. One is tomato evil olive. Oh no, they're both. So I'm going to take these two out of here before they get too big, this one and this one, and I'm going to put them right on the edge of this bed right here, and then I'm going to throw a trellis from this bed to this bed so that they can have more space. And then also, while they're trellising like that, I have an idea about this sweet potato plant that I have here that I've been doing this experiment with, just taking little pieces off of it and putting it in this bag. Well, I'm going to take another piece off of it. Oh, I'm going to take this big one. Let's see. Take this big one right here, and I'm going to stick it in here as well, but I'm going to stick it on this side and let it get some of that nice rain tonight, and then I'll put more soil around it and I'll fertilize it when I put the tomatoes in. Actually, I think I'll do two pieces. I got another nice piece here, because if I don't do this, guys, I may run out of time. You know, these are Beauregard sweet potatoes, and they need at least 90 days before your first frost to mature to anything. And so this is June, middle of June. So let's see, July, August, September. So I guess I have some time. I have until October, but I don't want to take no chances. So guys, I was right about the bush beans. There are only 12 of them. So 12 of these bush beans can probably, hold on, let me see. You know, I have my square foot gardening grid here, so 12 of these bush beans, technically 9 of them can fit in 1 square feet. So in 1 square feet, that's a lot of room. So at least half of this raised bed right here I can dedicate to something else. So I don't really have anything else planted right now, but I'm sure it won't be hard for me to find something. So guys, I'm looking at this plant right here, and I just realized that I have something growing on it. It's that succotash bean plant that I planted. This is my first time planting it here, and because I crowded it so much, I didn't think anything was going to grow here, so I had planned on planting some more. This is what I'm talking about. And before I saw those, I brought these out to plant more. I brought these out, and I brought these blowhide beans out, which is here, which is starting to get purple flowers. I didn't think that they were going to grow. Look, I actually have a bean there. And I also brought out these black beans. They're all 3 of these are pole beans. But in this other pot over here, I have some black eyed peas over there. And as you can see, they're growing too. I don't see any beans on them yet, but I did plant more. So I'll do more research on these succotash beans before I pull them off. I'll go do some research, and then I'll, if I need to pull them off, I'll get them tomorrow. So as far as today goes, this is my harvest. So I got a few more green beans, a few more peas, a few collards, 1 pepper, some more baby potatoes, and 1 onion. When I went to dig up more onions, I realized the onion, I don't remember the name of it, but it's an onion pest. The onion pest had went and cut all of my onions along here. So that's why I think that they're not doing very well. When I plant onion seeds this year, I'm going to do them all in the green stalk. So the onions that I'm growing in green stalks now are doing very nicely, so I should not have that problem. This is it for today. I'm about to plant some more. I'll show you. I'll take your comments and your suggestions. And I'm also going to grow these mini Brussels sprouts and this golden acre cabbage, but I'm going to start them inside my office. So I made it up front where I just built this, I think it's about 7.5 foot arch trellis, and I wanted to put something pretty here so I can disguise that it's food, but at the same time use this space because it gets a lot of sun right here. So I decided, since I have some of these coming up in the back, I'm going to put these over that new raised bed trellis that I just built, that I put the sweet potato in. And so what I have left is the decision of these blau hat beans or these Cherokee Trail of Tears beans. So give me a minute, I'll let you know. So both of these plants need 6 inches to 10 inch spacing apart, plant spacing apart. So what I decided to do is, because this is about 1 foot, I decided to put 4 in here. I'm going to push it like always, and then we'll see. If I have to thin 1 or 2, then I will, but we'll learn together. So I decided to put the black beans. I think they're prettier. I'm going to do some research for both of how they look when they grow, or how easy they will be to pick up here. Now that you know, I'll come back. Give me a minute. And 1 here. So that's about 6 inches each way. I'll put 1 in the middle too. Okay, I'll put 6 in there, and I'm going to put 6 in this one too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then that's 6. And that's just in case some don't come up, or the birds or the squirrels or something comes along and eat them, and I won't feel so bad. But it's pretty sunny right now, but we're supposed to be getting more rain. Okay, they're all planted. Both containers are planted exactly the same. I'm not going to water it. I'm not going to water them because we're supposed to get more rain today, tomorrow, the next day, whatever. But I didn't put any fertilizer in there, so I might come back later or tomorrow and throw some compost on top. So this is what I planted them with, this Expert Garden potting mix. And I don't know what the fertilizer ratio is on it, but it's supposed to feed up to 6 months. But I'm going to give them something to get started. These bags are on sale at Walmart. That's why I got them, if anybody is interested. I also brought some cow manure and compost. That's what this is. You can see the fertilizer rate on this one, which is not much, very low. So I may throw some of this on the top of the plant area after it rains, or one of these days before it rains, and then we'll see. I'm gonna try to do that today though, honestly. But this is on sale, and so is the potting mix. Okay guys, that's it for right now. I'm going to order my trellises, and when they come, I'll put them together, and then I'll plant those other 2 pole beans that I showed you. I'm just taking a look at my pears here. They look very good. This tree looks very good. And this tree looks very good also. Of course, this one is loaded. We'll never be able to eat all of this. And I'm definitely not going to can them all. I think I still have some that's that was already canned before. So when they get done and after we do what we do, it's like first come, first serve.